All right, today we are diving into something really cool. A mushroom that's getting a ton of buzz for its potential to, boost our brain power. It's called lion's mane. And believe me, the science that's starting to come out about it is just fascinating. So let's jump right in. Okay, so just think about this for a second. What if a mushroom could actually help you focus better? I know, it sounds like something straight out of a science fiction movie, right? A fungus from the forest that could sharpen your memory and your concentration. But here's the thing, this isn't science fiction. It's an idea that scientists are taking very seriously. And the mushroom at the heart of all this excitement? Yep, it's the incredible lion's mane.
So, to really get a handle on what lion's mane is all about, we've got to go back to its roots, literally. We need to start where it starts, deep in these ancient, misty forests where this pretty unique fungus calls home. Yeah, just try to picture that. You're walking through the woods, everything's damp and misty, and then you see it. These white, cascading spines just handing off a fallen log. I mean, this is not your typical mushroom. It doesn't have a cap, it doesn't have a stem. It honestly looks like a shaggy white waterfall. And when you see it, you totally get why they call it lion's mane. It's that wild look that really caught people's attention, foragers and herbalists way back in the day. So meet Hericium erinaceus, or as we all know it, lion's mane. It's really earned this nickname of a super fungus, and that's all because of its potential to support our brain health. But, okay, what's the actual science here? What's behind all these claims about improving focus and clarity? Well, this is where it gets really cool. All right, so let's leave the forest behind for a minute and step into the lab. It's time to break down how this mushroom might actually work its magic on our brains. This is where we get to the why of it all. Okay, so the secret sauce, if you will, seems to be these two really unique compounds inside the mushroom. They're called hericenones and erinacines. Now, don't worry about the names too much. What's important is that these are the molecules that have researchers so excited. They're what we think is behind all of its brain-supporting properties. So, how do they even work? Well, the idea is this. When you take lion's mane, these compounds get into your body, and they kind of act like tiny messengers. And what's their big mission? It seems to be signaling your body to start producing more of this really important protein called nerve growth factor. And nerve growth factor, or NGF for short, is just, well, it's absolutely crucial for keeping our neurons healthy. It helps maintain them, protect them, and can even help regenerate them. Now, I do want to be clear here, a lot of the really promising research so far has been on animals, so we definitely need more solid studies on humans. But still, just the idea that lion's mane could help our bodies produce more NGF on their own, that's a huge reason why everyone is so interested in it. Okay, so we've gone from the deep forest all the way into the science of it, but what does this mean for us, in our everyday lives? How are people actually using this stuff? Let's take a look at the practical side of things. Well, you can find lion's mane in a whole bunch of different forms. You've got simple teas, you've got these concentrated liquid tinctures, there are even powders that you can just toss right into your morning coffee or a smoothie. Super easy. And hey, if you like to get creative in the kitchen, you can actually cook with the fresh mushroom itself. People say it has this mild, savory flavor, kind of like crab or lobster. Pretty interesting, right? The idea of adding a little piece of the forest to your daily routine, that's a pretty neat thought. And it kind of brings us to the bigger picture here, doesn't it? What does this whole story about lion's mane really tell us? And I think this really sums it all up. Our brain is, without a doubt, one of the most complex things we know of. And yet, here's this potential key to helping it out. And it's just been quietly growing on trees this whole time. It's just a powerful reminder that sometimes the most amazing solutions are hiding right out there in nature, in plain sight. Learning about lion's mane and these unique compounds, it really makes you wonder, right? What else is the fungal kingdom hiding from us? I mean, what if fungi could communicate using electrical signals, almost like our own brain cells do? And that leads me to our final question for today. What other electrical secrets are just waiting to be discovered, right there beneath our feet? We're actually going to dive into that in our next explainer. Thanks so much for joining me.